Who wants to go first?
So for me, what I did was I found the difference, or I was looking at the difference between index of and then of using search
Mm-hmm.
and the search method from for regex expression that explicitly takes a regex expression, whereas index of it doesn't take a regex expression. It just kind of like it searches through the string for
Mm-hmm.
that particular thing that you're looking for and returns the index position of it. As far as like the example that I had, let me see if I have it here. It's on the other computer. Let me log into the class. All right, and so the example, uh, let me present entire screen there. So where was my example? So yeah, it's not that index of. So yeah, for like I was saying, the string.index of is searching for the specific search term, so it'll pull up dog if you're looking for dog and give you where that position is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then just the string is it has to go with the regex, um, and it'll run the search using a regex expression. And the one that I have is the one that I pulled from W3 Schools, and so they have the paragraph and we're doing the dot search on the paragraph and we're comparing it with the regex expression and it's looking for a G and it says any character that is not a word, character, or white space. So the way I understood that was that it's not a word in and of itself, like it's not a standalone word. So it's not standing alone. It has to be included in a word. I don't know if I understood that correctly, um, but yeah, because there's multiple G's here, but it's in outputting this G right here for the lazy dog. So it gives me the first G.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's all I got.
Gotcha. All right. Anyone else?
I can. So I spent well, see, I actually put some text and stuff on the HTML, but then realized I didn't know how to actually search the HTML. So I just spent time trying to figure out how to get this to work so that it would test the phone number if it was 10 digits long with nothing else inside of it. And finally got it to give me a true.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of some trial and error. I couldn't understand at first, like, there's more than seven letters or characters in the phone number. So it didn't work there. I had a typo here. Still not entirely sure why this one didn't work. But when I specified the 0 through 9 and said, 10 times, then it finally let me do that.
Mm-hmm.
So But I had to define the variable and then search the variable in order to be able to do it like that.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense. So that's a good way of working through the problem, right? As Mark Twain would say, getting ahead is getting started.
Okay, I don't really have anything to present because I'm a little confused on the regular expressions and the patterns. So what I was doing is going back through the developer Mozilla.org and reading through that to get a better understanding of how this works.
Okay, so what we can do is we can work as a team. So we have an example that Riley just put together. Why don't you see if you can recreate what she just did, right? Okay. So Riley, why don't you throw up your screen here? We could just kind of see what you did, and then just get something started so we can get our feet wet and start programming rather than reading. Come on now, who wants to read? All right, reading is fun and it's a way to grow. So
I thought it would help, but
no, it does. You should be reading 50% of the time and doing 50% of the time. If you're not reading, you're not growing. So if you're lucky enough to be able to read.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I just let phone equal 10 sevens and then tried to get a regex that would work for that particular scenario. So let me mute myself. I still don't know why this didn't work. Do I need to have the... Oh, I bet this will work. Pattern. There we go. I got it. Do you need...
We can't hear you.
Sorry. Do you need me to keep my screen up or?
I was just gonna search it.
So that's a yes.
Okay.
Ain't fooling me.
Because what I have so far, I have let phone equals. I just use the same numbers to keep it simple. Pattern dot test. Parentheses. Phone in parentheses.
Oh, I think if you can scroll up, Riley, I think there was a variable declaration. Okay, yeah, the phone. And then that D is for digit, the digit of 7.
But do you have to declare the phone first, like the phone number first? No, because it came back undefined.
This was me setting the variable of phone equal to the string. Mm-hmm. This one didn't work, and I just now found out what my mistake was with that. But it was just kind of trial and error with figuring out which, what to set pattern as in order to get it to come back as true.
So, but is it still fair to say that you still need a phone number in order to test the phone pattern? Like, in order to test the pattern, to do the pattern dot test, you need a phone number to test, or
Yeah, so I
okay.
had to declare the variable to be the string in order to test the regex on that string.
Right. Okay. That's what I was
Yeah.
making sure. Okay.
And was it the other direction backslash? Because like was the issue with it?
So the special character is actually the \D, not just the D itself. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
why this didn't work, but this did. You need that in front of it. Otherwise, it's just the character D.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'm lost in the sauce. I'm gonna be honest. I am completely confused on some things right now.
So, when you get in this sort of mindset, right, the way to untangle yourself from this is to think like this. There are two paths. One is contemplation, the other is action. So the more that you repeat the action, the less the indecision comes. Fear, it's only a mindset. So just take what you have in front of you and put it into the console, and then before long, you just, like Riley said, right? As she said, it was trial and error.
Yeah, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing though.
Well, there's an old saying, we become who we surround ourselves with. So if you just forget the concept of having to go through this whole process, if we just take what we have as a pattern and we put it into the console and hit enter and then start playing with it, give it a shot and see how it feels.
Okay, so let me try something. Thank you for the motivation. Test.
And there's no proverb that says each one teach one. It's a pretty good proverb.
So good. Test. Test. And there is no 331 pattern. Okay. Test. Okay.
So this is specifically the test method, right? Okay. So that structure that the test method has is a little bit different than what I was looking at earlier, which was like, so it's basically using the regex method, the regex pattern, and then employing the test method on the thing that it's actually trying to check. So the phone here is the actual argument of the test method, and the regex and the pattern is the actual regex that you're checking against the argument of the method. So it's a little bit reversed from what I was doing before, where mine was just checking the index of it. So it was running the regex pattern inside of the method, whereas this is using the pattern and then holding the the thing that you're checking. Well, actually, it's doing the exact same thing. It's just It's just that the phone number, the thing that you're checking, is inside the method, and the pattern is outside. Whereas what I was looking at, the pattern was inside the method, and the thing that I was checking was outside. So I mean, I see the difference, but it's just kind of like hard to piece them out.
What am I doing wrong? Is it because the parentheses actually is used for a search as well? Is it that I'm using what?
So let's go back to the wisdom of Benjamin Franklin. The fourth valuable value, the value of simplicity, will match just a number. That's the goal. Just one number. We just want to match one number. Let's see if we can do that. So we'll create a string with just one number. String that. Now we just need a pattern. Okay, so now we have a pattern that we need to create for just a number. We can try two numbers. Now if you hit the up arrow key, it'll bring you right up to where you were. Up. Yep. There you go. Now we could try three numbers in a set of parentheses. Now we can try three numbers in a set of parentheses with a little bit more. Maybe there's something that you're feeling, a little bit of intuition here. Just go with your gut. Double check that. Yep. Hmm.
Anyone else want to try?
Maybe if you try like a dash in between the three, in between the twos. So after the parentheses close, um, like a dash.
Edwin's bringing up a good point. This is the point behind test-driven development. You write the test, right? You're going through a test here to see if your input matches your output. What is a function fundamentally?
A method.
Which takes an input,
Put.
Produces an output.
produces an output. So, you can take that pattern, you can hit the up arrow key, and you can craft your test to match what Edwin said, right? How do we typically differentiate the area code from the country code?
With the parentheses.
With a hyphen.
Oh, so you're saying just put this in a different format, but I want to know why I can't make this, like why this isn't working. Instead of just changing it. Well, changing it to like what I have up here would be one thing, but I want to know why when I try and add numbers after these parentheses, it's not doing what I want it to do.
So how do we find a group using regex?
You put a G after these slash.
And we can also use a set of parentheses. So in this case, you're using a set of parentheses, and those are specific characters. So the hypothesis is, what does that regex match, right? If you remove that D3, does that return the parentheses as well? Mm-hmm.
At a loss.